Scorpio, hey, what's going on? How are you? Scorpio, my name is Antoine. I want to welcome you or welcome you back to the House of Luminance. You guys, I know it's been a minute, right? But not too much on me, okay? Let's go ahead and slide right on into your love energies for, between you and the person who you hold most in your heart and mind space, okay? What is the energy between Scorpio and their person? All right. All right, so we have divine feminine here, Scorpio, okay? So someone could be showing up in your energy as the divine feminine, or you're showing up in someone else's energy as the divine feminine. Okay, this message could just be centralized around that person who maybe carries that identifier of the divine feminine here in the situation. Okay, but we also have conclusion. That's so interesting. There was another sign that had these same two cards that were like far back that I did. I believe it was. Hmm. Gemini, maybe. But they had these same two cards here. And for them, their message was more so about like, putting something to an end, but like doing it in a really like neat and cute way, of sorts. Um, but this could be something different for you. Okay, patience and then barrier. Yeah, this is something completely different. And then deception. So I think what this is here is Scorpio, you're actually like saying, you know what? I'm not going to be patient anymore. If somebody doesn't want to choose me, then I'm going to, go ahead and stand on my boundaries and just put this to an end. Okay. Because it's like you're not going to be fed BS, right? You're not going to be fed lies. All right. It's like I'll end this. I'll put a pretty bow on it and lock it up and never look at it again because it's like you have too much to be worried about. You're the divine feminine energy here, Scorpio. It's like you got too much other stuff going on that require your focus and your attention, and they're positive at that. You know what I'm saying? Whereas this could be energy coming forward to you that, excuse me, while it looks pretty, it's a mess on the inside. Okay. On the outside, it looks very inviting, but once you get to the door, you realize, like, well, you got way too many walls up. You got way, you know what I'm saying? Somebody also could feel that way about you as well. Like they're maybe trying to get close to you, but they feel like you have too many walls up. So it could go either way. All right, let's go ahead and get some clarification out here with the tarot for Scorpio. All right. So we do have the Five of Cups here. Okay. This could symbolize maybe some sort of regret that you're feeling. Feels like maybe unfinished emotions that you weren't able to express with somebody. Yeah, the Nine of Wands. So it feels like something may have happened here where you had to cut something off because you weren't going to allow it to hurt you anymore. But in doing so, like I said, you had to throw up a barrier between you and someone. And it's like, it just feels like there's still some unfinished business with this person, right? But it's only just because there was never this proper closure that you got to have. But your closure in a way was the fact that it's like, no, you had to, like, you were patient enough, you had to throw up guards, you had to kind of end this and get out of this situation because it's like you were maybe being lied to and gaslit, and so it's like you're still kind of confused about it even though it's over. Okay. You may be really wanting to reach out to this person, and you may be really wanting to communicate to this person your feelings. And I think that you probably have tried that, but was it to any was it to any avail, or did you just end up still getting hurt and gaslit in trying to, figure it out? The Emperor. Okay. Someone wanted control. Someone wanted control here of your energy, Scorpio. I feel like you noticed it early enough, but not soon enough at the same time, right? You still had feelings with this person. You were still attached to this person. It hurt you to have to let this person go. Maybe this person let you go and you still had lingering feelings. You still had things you wanted to say, but you couldn't because they just threw up all of these walls. Under the deck, yeah, the King of Wands. Again, fire energy. This could represent Aries, but this King of Wands energy could represent Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. I, I feel a little bit of arrogance here with this person. I really hope that this is something that you've already put behind you, at least. I mean, I know the feelings are still there. You may be still dealing with the lingering energies of that, but thank goodness this person is quite literally away from your energy, or they need to be. Okay? I get with this King of Wands energy, this person is directly related to the source of your suffering. This Five of Cup energies, if there was any loss that you experienced, it was directly due to this person's energy surrounding you and the actions that they took towards you, Scorpio. All right, let's go ahead and clarify some more and close out your message. All right, so now we got the King of Swords. Okay. All right. I get the sense that this person, right, like they had, right. So that King of Wands energy showed up, but I do show the King of Swords now as well. This person can seem very stubborn or be very stubborn in moments. And I think they're actually being very stubborn now, right? It's because they know that they are, they're not stupid. They know what they're doing, but do they care? They don't have any emotion behind it. The Ace of Cups. They know that you love them, Scorpio. They know that you love them, and that's why it was so easy for them to hurt you and to try to control you. But they also know that you're no fool. Okay, and so then when you began to behave like someone who's hurt because they hurt you, when you began to behave that way and try to take control back of yourself a little bit, then they became cold. They cut it off. They left a mess because they just got out of Dodge and blocked you or, created distance. And you were there having to be the one to sit there and clean up everything and lock everything away so that it doesn't completely destroy you. The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. The Queen of Pentacles here is making me feel like, I'm hearing you've invested enough, more than enough, you know? I even take, I can even take it as well as you're saying, like, okay, hey, without me investing so much into this situation, I wonder how things are going to go. Well, they're going to realize they're not dumb, right? So they're going to realize very soon that, oh, Scorpio's not investing as much anymore. All right. That means they know. Yeah. And then this does lead eventually to the Eight of Cups. The all the love and energy that you've been pouring into this person here with this overflow, you begin to pour that back into yourself. You have no choice but to pour it back into yourself because of the way that they cut everything off with you once they realized they couldn't deceive you. You now begin to take that power back, and you walk away and you just leave it where it is. Yes, it still hurts and it does suck, but you gain the strength to get up and walk away anyway. All right, let's see what's under the deck here. The Nine of Swords now. So now we got the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords here. Yeah, I feel like a lot of attention is given to just like stress and worry, either almost like disbelief, like, dang, how this person could do me like this, right? Even to the point to you having to like kind of self comfort yourself, like self soothe yourself. Okay, so then we also have the Ten of Wands here. This lets me know that a conclusion is near, right? It's been a long road. It's been a lot of stress, right? You've had this Nine of Wands. Now you're at the Ten of Wands. So you're about to lay these burdens down. You're about to walk away from this and be done with it altogether. Yeah, the Three of Swords. It may hurt for sure. Like I said, it does suck, but the healing process is what will actually make you feel that relief. Okay? It's how you heal from this moving forward, from this disappointment, from someone who saw the light within you and tried to snuff it out. Let me know what's going on between you and this person, Scorpio. Yeah, hopefully this is someone that you've already separated yourself away from. If not, then I feel like that energy is coming forward to you for you to be able to move away, right? It will hurt more if you allow them to leave you versus you'll feel more empowered by picking up and moving on your own. You can take the time to explain things to them if you want to, but they're just going to throw up their walls. So I think that for many of you, you'll find yourself, just kind of leaving and bowing out of this situation, you know, without a word, because you're just going to go working on your healing. Because this person was going to do it to you anyway. So, all right. I'll see you guys in the next message. Please like, share, subscribe, and let me know. All right. Bye.